Clear to play. MiniWarGaming's Beat Map Batrep.
Welcome back to Beat Map Batrep. This is Tyranids vs. Blood Angels, Warhammer 40k Battle Report, Tyranids, turn 3. So first off, casting Enfeeble on the Assault Marines. Make the Psychic test, and he does not deny the Witch, so those guys are now -1 Strength and Toughness. Hormagaunts moving around, getting ready to charge. Other Hormagaunts moving, getting ready to charge as well. Because if I can get a bunch of Hormagaunts in there with Toxin Sacks, oh, it's going to be beautiful. These Termagants then move up out of the terrain. And I'm not going to be a little scaredy cat and hide those two just to deny the victory point. I want to win this fair and square. So they're moving up, getting ready to lend their firepower. Other Hive Tyrant casts Enfeeble on that group of Marines. And I make it, and he does not deny the Witch. That's turning out to be a very effective power. I was upset that I didn't get Endurance or Iron Arm, but the Enfeeble is proving to be very consistent, and it really helps. When I shoot at them, they're going to be Toughness 3, which is a big deal. Spawning more Termagants. Do roll doubles, but I roll 11 in total there. So this one Tervagon did spawn 25. The other one only spawned 6, so it's 31 in total. That's a little below average, statistically, what they should do, but I'm happy because I got enough extra Termagants out there to do some damage. Firing with the Tervagon into the Assault Marines, who are now only Toughness 3. Wounding on 2s, only get 1 wound though, and he does manage to save that. And these Termagants fire into these guys, hitting on 4s, re-rolling 1s because of the preferred enemy. Oh, maybe I was too far away for that. But only wounding on 3s because he's Toughness 3, so he loses one of his guys to that. Hive Guard then fire. They're Strength 8, so they'd be wounding on 2s anyway, so this isn't much of a difference. They do have preferred enemy because they are within 6 inches of the Hive Tyrant. And then they're wounding on 2s, re-rolling 1s. So it's essentially 2s re-rolling. And he does fail 2 of the saves from that. Now they could see everybody. There's another one that has a different kind of view. And then the Tervagon in the back fires. He does get 2 precision hits. That's why we have a different color die there, because I placed them on the Meltas, I think. But he saved everything, so it's fine. Tyrannifex then fires. Sorry, this is the Hive Tyrant firing his Venom Cannon, which scatters just 1 inch. Manages to hit 3 of them, and then he fires his Twin-Link Devours as well. And only gets 5 of the hits, unfortunately, out of the 6, but I guess that's okay. Get to re-roll those 1s. And then he rolls, only fails 2 saves. Now, I couldn't have really killed more than 3 because only 3 of them were visible. So he does a Lookout Sir, but fails it, so his Power Fist does go down. The Tyrannifex then fires Large Blast, which unfortunately scatters 4 inches, hits 5 of my own guys and a few of his. But you know what, that's just Hormagaunts, who really cares? Do manage to inflict 4 wounds on my own guys. It's only 2. I managed 2 saves there because there's the cover save. And then managing to inflict a lot of wounds onto the Assault Marines, but they do make all their saves except for 1, and then he has Feel No Pain as well. So 2 of those guys die. Sorry, 2 of them die in total. So whatever happened there, 2 died. Then fired the Flesh Borers into them. They're only Strength or Toughness 3, so I do manage to win on 3s, and he fails 2 more of those, but he does have Feel No Pain, and he makes 1 more of those. So only 1 guy dies. Hey, why do we keep killing the extra ones? Am I getting this backwards? I think I am getting this backwards. Well, either way, 2 more died. Now attempting to charge, I used the squad of 3 Hormagaunts so that he has to waste his Overwatch on a small squad, but he actually failed to even wound one of them. And then I charged with the other ones, because that way, it's just a nice little tactic there for the Overwatch. If you're going to have multiple guys charge into a group of people, then you might as well choose the weakest one first. And see, like right there, he overwatches and kills those guys and gets an extra point. It's 4-1. But now he can't overwatch everybody else who wants to charge. Old One Eye then charges in, and he makes it. I think he needed a 10, and he got a 10. So that's going to be a fun combat. These Termagants then fire in, and they fall short. But we forgot about the Overwatch. Once again, you're supposed to do the Overwatch before, and then we had forgotten about taking their leadership test because they had lost more than 25% casualties. So they made that, then they do their Overwatch and managed to kill 1. Then the Tervagon attempts to charge and fails. He's just 1 inch short. The other Termagants attempt to charge, and they fail because they're going through difficult terrain, remember, so you're taking your bottom 2. And then, what are we doing here? Well, I said that they had to take a fear test, but they don't actually have to because they have And They Shall Know No Fear. So then he has initiative 4 with his power sword, fails to do any wounds, and the rest of them charge in. I'm going to do my attacks first. I get 5 plus D3 attacks, so I get 7 attacks, and any hits I get even more attacks. So I got this many hits, all at strength 10, tons of wounds, and he fails 3. So he actually made a bunch of those invulnerable saves there, which sucks. I wanted to kill all 4. Then he hits back. All 3 of his power fists do get to hit because of the same initiative, and he manages to kill Old One Eye. So I exchange Old One Eye for 3 Terminators. Not worth it. As you can see, that's why I say he's not really worth his points. But it's still fun to see him rampage in there, get all those attacks. Hormagaunts then going. They're hitting on 4s, re-rolling 1s because of the Deciding Talons. And then they got Poison, rolling on 4s, re-rolling because their toughness is only 3 because they've been enfeebled. So they actually managed to do quite a number of wounds, but he gets 3 out of 5 feel no pains. So only 2 of the Assault Marines do go down. Then he hits back with his Lightning Claws and doesn't do any damage to the group of 3 over there. And then the other group then attacks the other Hormagaunts, and he actually rolls pretty poorly, only managing to kill 2 Hormagaunts in total. So that was a pretty successful engagement for the Hormagaunts. But I believe that became a tied combat there. So the Terminator then moves up. Actually, no, I only killed 2. Why did I say that's good combat? I don't know. Anyways, it's ongoing, and the Assault Marines are probably going to be joining in. Everybody moves up. Sure enough, the Assault Marines move out of difficult terrain because they want to make sure they get in. He actually leaves the Librarian, then goes and joins the attack bikes instead. And what are we rolling for here? Oh, yes, that was his dangerous terrain. And he actually lost 1 guy to dangerous terrain moving up there. Then he fires his Meltas and his Bolters into the Turbogon and actually whiffs it really badly, so I only lose 1 wound. He could have done much more there. Fires into the Venom Thropes, manages 2 blows with the Meltas, and then he also inflicts a wound. So there was an instant death there, and then there was 1 wound on the other Venom Thrope. Fires with his Dreadnought, which manages 3 hits and 3 wounds, and I fail all 3 saves. Only needed to fail 1. The Venom Thrope's down. That brings him up to 6-1 score so far. Other Dreadnought fires into my Hive Guard, unfortunately whiffs the first rolls, but does get re-rolls. Manages only 1 wound. The Hive Guard are actually surprisingly toughness 6. They don't look it, but they are toughness 6. With only 2 wounds each, but still, having toughness 6 makes it very difficult to kill them. Fires with his Assault Marines. Manages another wound, but the closest one was a different Hive Guard. I get my Overwatch here for when he charges my monster's creature, but I fail to wound him, or actually even fail to hit him. Assault Marines then charge in. He does have a Force Weapon there, so he's hoping to get in there and insta-kill that Turbogon. And this is what? What did I got here? What did we get here? Then, oh, this is him attempting to charge. I got my Overwatch shots. He makes the saves, and he gets in. And I get Overwatch shots from the Hive Guard. Thankfully, they had Preferred Enemy, because that 2+ re-rolling was nice. So I actually managed to kill one of them as they charge into the Hive Guard. So we're going to do these ones first. The Assault Marines get to go first, the higher initiative. They are enfeebled, so they're only strength 3, so they wound on 6s. That wouldn't have made a difference, because even at strength 4, he still wound on 6s. But he actually fails to really do anything. And then I hit him back, and I managed to kill 2 of them. So that was pretty bad for the Assault Marines. The question is, does he run? And the answer is yes. And he only rolls a 1 for his initiative. I roll a 3, so I actually catch him, but then he becomes fearless because of the end they shall know no fear rule. Then he piles in here against the Turbogon, who's only initiative 1. And he really wants to insta-kill it. Those 3 red ones are the Librarian, and he fails all 3 hits. So he does no wounds against the Turbogon. I hit back only 2 attacks, but I do manage 2 wounds, and he does not get saves because... Actually, I think that was a smash attack. So that was 2 insta-kills. So now he has to see if he runs, and he does not, so he's stuck in combat there. He would be anyways. Then I roll... I don't know what that 7-inch roll was or whatever that was. But then I pile into the Terminator, and these guys have poison because they're near Turbogon. And so I managed to do 3 wounds, and he fails 1 of the 2+ saves, and that Terminator goes down. So that's another point for me, bringing me up to 2 kills. So that is 6-2, and then these guys pile up, or they consolidate. There we go. That's the word I was looking for. Then we got the next attack going on here with all the Hormagaunts, and once again, his Assault Marines are still enfeebled this turn, and so I decided to go put all my wounds on them because they have the worst save, and he loses 1, 2, 3 guys. So the 1 hits back to the 2 Hormagaunts, who are one group, and he manages to kill them. Oh, sorry, there was 3 in that group, so that one group is still alive. I moved those ones just so it could be clear that that one last Hormagaunt is on his own. Then he attacks the other Hormagaunts with the other guys, and manages to kill 1. Doesn't really matter because we have all these Thunderhammers who are about to go, and they're all hitting that one group of Hormagaunts. They're hitting on 3s, and then they're wounding on 2s, no saves. So he wipes out all those Hormagaunts, which gets him another victory point, bringing him up to 7-2. We started using red because we realized it looked better on camera. Then he piles in. End of round 3, it is 7-2 for the Blood Angels. I am behind 5 points, but I am also starting to kill him. So, and a lot of his squads are down pretty low. Like the 2 Assault Marine squads are low, and there's a Sanguinary Priest in there. That's another point. That squad is pretty low. Plus, that Librarian Terminator is at 2 points because he's also the Warlord. So I just got to push through and see if I can catch up. So, round 4, click on the annotation if you're watching on YouTube, or click the link below if you're on MiniWarGaming.